Hi, so I see a lot of videos out there talking about how to fight and play Armored Core and design like an AC, but I don't see a lot out there on how to paint your AC. So this is my own little video on how to paint your AC. In the last generations, I really enjoyed painting my ACs. I got a lot of enjoyment out of that. I found some tricks, and it looks like some of them carried over. So here is one of my favorite ACs. It only took me maybe 45 minutes to build it for the paint. Maybe the paint. I think I might have put like an hour in, but I don't know, probably just 45 minutes. So, okay. Um, Basically, what I do is I create a base. So I choose like, flat white or something like that. Maybe if it's going to be a darker build, I'll use like a flat black. And then once I've got like the flat color or whatever I want its, underlayer to be, then I start designing over it. And the first place I look when I'm going to like start designing it is I will actually go to decals because the decals have like a nice high gloss on everything, especially like decals that have high gloss. Not all of them, but a lot of them. So I don't use this where you're just putting like a little one on. If it looks appropriate or it's in like the right spot, then yeah, I'll use it. But for the most part, I don't really use it. I come straight down here and I'll flip through some different decals. And for this one, I actually haven't put a lot of thought into this one yet. So it's still kind of, it could still kind of go either way. I'm thinking like some sort of like a like a raven or bird-like creature look, but usually I end up throwing on some really nice colors that I like. So like let's see what this looks like. So we got the foot, and if I blow it up, then that gold is, yep, it's like a glossy gold. So it's got like a higher gloss. So I can use that while I'm putting different emblems on. To get more gloss out of something, like if I want it to be shinier. In the same way that you can use these decals if you're like customizing them to get like that worn look. So, aside from just getting the worn, scuffed up look, you can get like the really high gloss, shiny look. And so, like, one of my favorites is this red because this red, compared to the standard red, has like different shades in it, but it's all the same high gloss, so it creates this really cool like metallic look. So this is probably one of my favorite reds to work with in here. And you can have so many different layers that if you just want it all to be flat, even if the decal's got little like splits in it, like see there's a split there, I could just, move it and then decal more. I mean, how efficient you can be with this, or how many different pastes you're willing to go through. I mean, you can put 40 pastes on this leg alone. I have noticed that if you do this with a ton of layers, sometimes you can have um, some clipping, I guess, is what kind of happens. Like you'll see that it will clip and not be there for a brief moment in the save screens or the AC data screens. But see, I would never put that decal there because of the way it like stretches it. Sometimes it looks cool, but that just doesn't look right. So we're gonna get rid of that. um, we can get rid of it later. We can just use the other side. Oh yeah, and you can always compare sides. You can move it around. And I don't know if you all noticed this, but if you line it up perfectly, sometimes when you're doing this, it'll like go. You can paste it and it won't get on any of the stuff behind it, which is really helpful too, especially if you're doing some ends or edges that you're just trying to fully coat with a certain color. Oh yeah, this blue is really cool. This blue looked great. Let's go blow that one up and just move it. I don't care about the layers at this point. I'm just trying to get like a solid blue surface. We'll just say this mech could be named Eli. Let's make that smaller so the Eli's there. Eli. Okay. And that's a pretty nice glossy blue. So yeah, so That's one of my favorite tricks for designing these ACs. I'm not going to design a whole AC right now, but I will show you some of the other ones I've designed and some of that layering effect, which is honestly just one of the most fun things. I used to design mechs that were just only decaled, and I just thought they just looked great. So here's some of my builds. You already saw that one. This is one that I really enjoy. I have a lot of variations of it. Um, so this is one that I really like. I'll show you. I just use really simple layers. This was one of my early builds, and just kind of messing around. So come over here. You've got just a couple decals on the legs. Put a couple on the chest. The chest one has another decal on top of that decal and underneath that decal. And then I always love the shoulder skulls. Not sure why, but like them there. So yeah, that's one of them. Here. Okay, so here's another one I did with like a little bit of layering, and I'll kind of show you. For this one, I actually went to Paint and I did this camouflage base, and it kind of lets you do that if you want to, and you just go down here to Pattern, Design, and you can pick different designs. So if you have like a certain look that you want to accomplish that you need to combine with, you know, a certain decal setup, then this is a really cool way you can adjust to kind of work together with your decals as like an underlayer, or maybe just an all-around coat. I see some people that will do just like, you know, like just stars or some flames, and I think those are all really cool. I just haven't thought of, you know, good builds around them, because usually what I'll do is I'll build the mech. I'll decide that, you know, okay, it's one of my favorite mechs, like I love it, I play it a lot, it's something that I want to keep, like it represents, you know, something I built that just really got me through something. You could say maybe it was a certain battle or whatever. And you know, this game's really cool in that way, because it kind of does kind of solidify a certain thing you were doing, or you know, maybe it was a build that you needed to beat a boss or some opponent who just been murdering you online over and over. And yeah, it was just that build that clicked. So we can save that. But then we go back to the decal, so you can see this was done in really a few layers. I mean, look at my legs, I've got 4 layers. That's it. Core, 7 layers. That's it. And I got all this in just 7 layers, using the paint plus the decals on this one. So yeah. And of course, you know, some people are going to be like, your builds are lame, man. I don't think there's anything interesting about them, or, you know, I'd rather just have it be a flat gray or a flat blue, and like, totally cool. If that's your thing and that's what you want, then that's awesome, man. I thought that some other people might appreciate just a little bit on how to use the decals. And, you know, just keep in mind that it sometimes will clip, and I was trying to get an example of it in here, like flipping through here, you'll just see some of the decals clip over, but I'm not really seeing it a lot. Sometimes it'll be like if it's the similar chest piece, but oh, do you see that? Actually did it there for a second. It had the wings on his chest. I guess you could rewind the video and see it, but anyways. And then also, the other thing is, you know, the symmetry. So look, this one I actually decaled completely, I think, but it's not showing up on there. It's funny, I was just joking about the glitches, but now there they are. Oh, here we go. This one's got the decals. Okay. So let's go back over here. Decals. Another cool thing you can do, and then that'll probably be it, is go to my core, layers. So you'll see I've got a lot of just layers to get this, but you know, it's not that many. It's 6 layers, but I had to use the symmetry, so I guess you're just kind of checking your access. So this one, and then when you need to go to the other side, when you're looking at it, you can hit square, or if it's not, if you're on the computer, I'm sure there's just an invert button and you'll invert it. So that way you can have the symmetry on each side to accomplish the looks that you want. And that's it. It's pretty much my tutorial on how to paint and decal a mech, and you know, build it so that it is your custom machine and feel good about it. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and if you want me to do another video on something else, I'd be happy to do it. If you like my builds, just let me know. I can share info on it or whatever. But yeah, that's it.